Very honored, very surprised, humbled, honored to be selected as the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences Distinguished Alumni for 2014. To remember what year we're in, for 2014. I was not expecting that whatsoever. It was very much a surprise when Dean Sandstrom reached out to me early in December and asked if I would accept the award, and explained that I had been nominated by the communications department. So very honored and very humbled. And when I was here, like I said, we were in Series Hall, and there's a lot that's changed, and a lot of good learning opportunities. I mean, I would have loved to have had this, when I was here, and I'm really happy to see that students who are continuing in broadcast journalism have this opportunity. First of all, participate in it, and two, be a sponge. Because you get to get your hands on things that you wouldn't maybe otherwise get to get your hands on in an internship, or maybe they'd be more cautious about it. But if you have had the opportunity to touch some of this equipment, use it, learn how to use it, maybe even learn some tricks of the trade that you may not otherwise be able to pick up. Learn that here, so that when you go out and you interview for an internship or you interview for a job, you're able to speak that language and really tell them what you've done. It's kind of same goes for a resume tape. If you're able to really get a solid resume tape together here, I mean, that is worth its weight in gold. There are a lot of people out there who want to go into television who don't have this opportunity, and they either go pay somebody to help them put a resume tape together, or they're copying other people's stories. Say they have an internship and they're copying a reporter's story, just reading it on a camera to put together a tape. Here you actually have the opportunity to do the story, to edit the story, to put it all together, versus just copying somebody else's work. And I think that is worth its weight in gold to be able to do that here, and to learn it here without, certainly you have the pressure of the deadline, and that's important, and that's an important, very important piece of broadcast, of journalism generally, is the deadline, and learning to work under that pressure. But here you have an opportunity to get a sense of that deadline, but also, if you make a mistake, you're able to learn from it, without that pressure of a newsroom environment, and a newscast looming at 6, 9, or 10. You have to turn around in 10 minutes. But you get to kind of get a sense for that, and get used to that, and get used to that environment, kind of in a safe haven. So if I can say anything, I would say be a sponge, soak it up, and get as much experience as you possibly can on this equipment. Technology-wise, we are light years beyond where I was. From a journalism ethical standpoint, what I was seeing when I first started, when I left, I guess, on the tail end of my television years, there was really a push on social media, and a push for websites, and driving viewers to websites, and getting those website hits. And I get it. You want to cross-promote your website and your newscast, and vice versa. And you want to drive as much viewership as you can. It is a business, and so I get that aspect of it. But I think what I was starting to see and becoming a little, I don't know how to put it, but I guess a little disappointed with is there was less focus on getting it right. At least in a smaller market where I was, there was less focus on getting it right, and more focus on just getting it first and fix it later. I was a little troubled. I guess I was starting to become a little bit more human, if you will. I was a little troubled because one of our consultants came in one time and said, you're at a fatal accident. Whip out your camera phone, start shooting video, email it back to the newsroom, put it on the website, cross-promote it in your 6 o'clock newscast day. We had it first on, WXYZ.com. And I get it, it's a business and you want to cross-promote it, but at some point you also kind of have to step back and realize, one, we have to make sure the information's correct, and that to my mind was always first and foremost. And then two, kind of remembering the human aspect of what we do, which is I think can get lost in the shuffle, and understandably. I mean, I've been there, I've done that. You want to get to the story first, you just want to get it out there, but trying to kind of remember that piece of it too.